See, you got to be prepared for this stuff. All right. So I'm so proud of myself. Okay. So, but we've got to make sure that we are prepared every single day and that we have a plan every single day and then we expect to operate at a high level and then we execute. So those are the 4 things I'm giving you today. So I want you to go ahead and write them down. Okay. Here's number 1, plan. Plan. Okay. You and I fail because we lack to plan. You tracking with me? Okay. Now, I also don't want you spending every day planning. All right. I want you to spend one day planning, and then I want you to revisit that plan every single night before the next day. Okay. That's it. That's simple. All right. So I can tell you one thing we do here at Define Coaching is every Monday we have a call at 1:30. Okay. Because I don't just tell you this stuff and then we don't actually do it. All right. So every Monday at 1:30, we have a meeting and it is a planning meeting. Okay. It's who's on what base. It's what needs to happen today. What needs to happen this week. What are the big rocks that we've got to accomplish in order to be on track to where we're going? Okay. We do it every single Monday. All right. And then every Friday, okay, we've implemented what's called review preview, which is let's take a look at this last week. Is there anything we said we were going to do that we didn't get done? Okay. Are there any roadblocks? What are the challenges? And then we preview the week coming up. Okay. All right. And all of that goes on paper. All of that's on a spreadsheet. So we have this spreadsheet, man, that would probably like make you go, okay. But it's just itemized like, hey, this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. It's broken out by what's the task and who's the person responsible for the task. Okay. I'm going to slow down so you can write this down. What's the task? Okay. When you look at your week, what are the tasks that have got to take place? Okay. Who's responsible for those tasks? If you're building a business, you shouldn't be responsible for every single task. You tracking with me? If you are, we need to start looking at leverage for you because part of planning is leverage. Okay? And then once you know who the task is with, then you put a deadline on it of here's when the task is going to be completed. That's planning. You guys with me? Okay, I want to make sure everybody understands this, okay? Because I love you and I'm one of you. Talking about the plan isn't planning. Okay, all right? I know, it's weird. I'm going to shake you up today. You just sit around talking about what you're going to do or what you think needs to happen. That's not planning, okay? Take those things, put them onto a calendar, and then we've got to prepare to go execute on those things. So you guys tracking with me on this? Okay. I'm telling you, anywhere right now where you are failing, it's because we're lacking to plan around what we want to accomplish. Okay. I'm talking your personal life. You think we don't need a plan in our personal life? Okay. My kid's 12 years old today. They're doing 9 million things every week. If we don't plan, it's going to be crazy town. All right. Everything has a plan. Now, let me give you one more thing, though, that I want to make sure we all understand as well. Okay. If you want to win in your plan, plan to execute the highest leveraging activities in the morning. Do them first. Okay. Everybody write it down. You win the morning and you'll win the day. Okay. Be a maker in the morning and a manager in the afternoon. When you get up in the morning, that's your highest level of energy is in the morning. And I know some of you are like, I'm not a morning person, and I will argue with you and outscript you and tell you that you actually are. You just keep saying that you're not, okay? In the morning is when you have your highest level of energy, all right? And we want to plan for those high executable activities for in the morning. I want you to slay your day before noon. That by the time you get to noon, you're like, man, look at what I already accomplished. Okay. That's planning. All right. And I've coached you guys to this 100 times before, and I will keep saying it. Plan in 30-minute increments. It's in sprints. That's where you accomplish things. Okay. Go hard for 30 minutes in a high leverage activity, and I guarantee you're going to get results from it. Okay. So step number one is you've got to plan. Okay. Step number two is you got to prepare. All right. You got to prepare. I love how, am I saying it right? Is it Doretha? Is that how I say it? Okay. I love that Doretha said, I woke up to a listing. Okay. Do you know why she woke up to a listing? Because she planned so well prior to speaking to the person that that person could not say no to her. Does that make sense? You tracking with me, Doretha? Okay. Like that's preparation. Okay. Everybody write this down. If you don't remember anything else I say today, I want you to remember this, okay? You will perform at your level of preparation, period. You will perform at your level of preparation. If you are not winning where you want to win, I promise you it is tied back to your plan, and it's probably tied back to a lack of preparation. All right? In this day and age that we're in, and in this market that we're in, your preparation has never been more important. Okay? If the average person knows 13 realtors, you better be the best one. Okay? How do you be the best one? You prepare for it. Okay? Do not walk into a living room, all right, and practice on them. You need to have practiced before you ever got there. You with me on this? Okay? It all comes down to our preparation. How prepared are you? I want you to be so prepared that nobody could say no to you. Dylan said a big quote in the Marine Corps is, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall back on your training. Write that down. You don't rise to the occasion, you fall back on your training. So I want to ask you today, when you think about your goal this year, when you think about where you want to go, my number one question is, are you preparing to actually go there? You with me? Okay. We leave to go on vacation on Friday. And can I tell you what's happening in our house right now? Preparation. Like my bride and Martina, who's our Austrian daughter, she's on here. Her face is going to turn red because I said her name. They plan and prepare like nothing I've ever seen. We have like pieces of paper that says everything we need to take, and we check it. Let me say that again. They check it off. We don't. They do. They check it all off. We got boxes already downstairs, packed, prepared, ready, so that when we get there, we get to just relax and enjoy it. Are you with me? It all comes down to preparation. All right. I'm going to show you a quick video. Some of you may have seen it before, but I want to show you what I mean when I say preparation. All right. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Here you go. You're going to love this. I promise you. Everybody watch. This is what I mean by preparation. You ready? Here we go. Okay. Can you see my screen? Give me a thumbs up that you can hear this.
For those of you that have never seen a concert of mine before, this thing at my feet is called a loop station. Everything you hear tonight is completely live. There is no backing track. It all is recorded on the spot, controlled on the spot, and then deleted, and it will not be the same at the next gig. The way that it works, you press record like that, and then you press play, and it plays back, and then you can loop on top of it, like this. I'm going to do a lot of that. Took an arrow to the heart. I never kissed a man.
Okay, come on now. Did you see that? Okay. What are some of the things you noticed about what you just saw? Let me hear from you. What'd you notice? Did you notice that he was the only person on the stage?
One man show packed the house.
One man show, Carol, and he packed the whole house. Okay. There was no one else on that stage with him. Everything that he did was live on the spot. If he messes up, 80,000 people have a front row seat to watch it. Okay? All right, you tracking with me? Anybody think there's a little bit of pressure there? 80,000 people watching, just him by himself on a stage. Let me ask you this. You think that was the first time he did that? I don't think so. Dylan said it was probably a second. It's probably a second, right? Okay. This guy literally planned, prepared over and over and over again. Fingers bled. Okay. If you actually go back and watch Ed Sheeran, like back in the day, he was terrible. Okay. Like, he learned his craft. Okay. You tracking with me? Here's what I can also tell you. Not a single one of those 80,000 people asked for a discount to be in that auditorium. Not one. Do you know why? Because he's that good. They never asked for a discount. Here's what I want you to know. When you're that good, people don't ask for you to cut your commission. Are you with me? Price is only an issue in the absence of value. In fact, I'll tell you that most people in that stadium double paid just to be there because he's that good. Okay, does this help you guys? Do you understand what I'm saying? When I say get prepared, all right? And you will perform at your level of preparation, period. That's why he's able to do it. All right? So that's the level that I want us playing out, okay? So first is plan, okay? Second is prepare. The third is you have to expect. Okay? Can I tell you where the problem is a lot of times? Is I don't think you and I expect to win. I don't think you have enough belief in you that you can win. I think a lot of you on the call think you don't deserve to win. I think that somewhere along the way, somebody told you that you didn't, and you took that limiting belief and you adopted it. And here's what I'm telling you. You deserve to win if you have prepared to win. All right? If you haven't prepared to win, then you don't deserve to win. Andre Agassi, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, said it real simply. He said, if you don't practice, you don't deserve to win. That's what he said. If you don't practice, you don't deserve to win. Okay? And here's what I want to remind you of when we talk about expectation. Okay? I want to remind you, you are not selling a house or a product. Okay? You are selling you. They're buying you. Okay? They're buying who you are and the standards that you uphold. All right? And again, I know I say this a few times every week. If you don't hear anything else, hear this. You cannot sell what you do not believe in. You with me? And I can't put that in you. Now I'm gonna get on here every week and I'm gonna put my hands up in the air and I'm gonna holler, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna do everything I can to pour all I've got into you so that you believe in you, but you have to make a choice and have the desire and the commitment and the level of belief that says, I know that I can, and because I know that I can, I will. And if you've prepared for it, I guarantee you that will happen. Okay? You with me? When I grew up playing tennis, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm 5'6", 130 pounds on a good day. All right. That's as a full grown man. All right. All right. When I was in high school, my freshman year in high school, I was literally 4'11", weighed 86 pounds. I didn't know how small that was until I look at my son today. My son's 12 and he's 5'4". He's very excited. He's very excited. He's about to pass me, and I've told him that's not a great accomplishment, Anthony. But when I walked onto a tennis court, 4'11", 86 pounds, can I tell you something? I expected to win. I believed that I didn't care if you were 6'8", 220. I believed that I had prepared to a level that I was going to win. It was the expectation of it. Okay, you guys tracking with me on this? I want you to get on the phone. I want you to walk into a room. I want you to expect to win. And then the last thing I want you to do is I want you to execute on everything that brought you there. Okay? Everything that you had put into being prepared for that listing appointment, for that game that you're playing, whatever it is, for the sales meeting that you have, whatever it is that you are so prepared and you've planned so well, and you expect so much that now you just walk in and you execute. That's it. Can I tell you the one thing I see people miss on more than anything is they don't execute. They don't execute. They talk about it. A lot of times they prepare for it and then they just don't execute. Okay. I'm going to show you one more quick video of a guy that will tell you how to do this better than anybody else. And then we're going to wrap up. Okay. Here we go. Let me share my screen with you again real quick because nobody says it better than this guy. Here you go.
In the SEAL teams, I was a breacher, all right? And when we would get a target package, I'd gather intel on the breach point. I would build a bomb. I'd go back into the ready room, build a bomb specifically to breach this wall. We would go out, we would get on target. I'd be the first one in the patrol, right? I'd move up to the breach point. I'd peel the hydrogel off the back of this wall charge. It's this sticky stuff, right? I'd place the bomb on the wall. I'd cap my blasting cap in. I'd pay my det cord out back to minimum safe distance, and I would look back behind me, and I would just see a bunch of sets of green eyes, right? It was my entire team was waiting for 3 words. And these 3 words ring through my head every single morning, and the 3 words are execute, execute, execute. And on the 3rd execute, I would put power to that charge and all freaking hell would break loose and we would crush our enemy. And that's what people don't do. Yep. They don't execute. And you have to understand, if you don't execute on the plan, if you don't get up in the morning when you're feeling tired, scared, you don't know what's going to happen. If you don't execute, you're not just cheating yourself, dude. You're cheating your family. You're cheating your employees. You're cheating your team, whatever you're a part of. It's bigger than you. In the SEAL team.
Come on now. Okay. Nobody says it stronger than that, right? Okay. So here's my question to you today before we get off the call. Where's your gap at? Is your gap in planning? Is that what you need to do today? Hey, I don't care if you take all day today and just do that. Okay. As long as you make sure you have a defined plan. This is where I'm at, and that's where I want to go, and this is the plan I'm going to do to get there. Okay? You with me? Maybe your gap's in preparation. Maybe you're like, you know what, coach? Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. I just walk in there and wing it. Okay? Hey, here's what I'll tell you. Talent will get you a long way, but it won't get you the whole way. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Talent will get you a long way, but it will not get you the whole way. All right? Or isn't your gap in your expectation? Is your gap there? Or is in your gap in the execution? Hey, do you know what you need to do and you're just not doing it? Okay, I'll finish with this. Can I tell you the truth? The gap between where you are right now and where you want to go is found in what you know and what you actually do. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It's found in what you know and what you actually do. So many of you know the next step you need to take. You just have not taken it. Whether it be because you're being lazy or procrastination or fear. Okay, there's something that's holding you back to that. Okay, we're here to help make sure that you do that. Okay, let me get a couple ahas from you before we jump off the call. Was this helpful today? You ready to go?
Yes.
Somebody give me 1 or 2 things you learned. Here we go. What are you taking away? Planning. That's right. Let's work on it today. Get the plan in order and then execute on the plan. Somebody else?
I need to do my post. I'm joining the challenge.
Come on, Doretha. She got to do her post, join the challenge. Hey, everybody get on there. Okay, I'm telling you. People need to know you. They need to see you. Both Laura and Sherry said execute, execute, execute. I want that ringing through your head today. Okay? Execute, execute, execute. All right. I love you. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for being here each and every single week. Okay, we'll keep pouring in. Make sure you get over there and do the 14-day challenge, and we will see you on Monday. Bless you guys. Take
Oh,
care.
hold on. Can I have one moment?
Oh, never mind. Go, Danny.
You guys, I am on this call next Monday.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going on vacation, but Danny is on this call next Monday. So don't think we're not having the call. Okay. We're having the call. Danny's going to pour into you. So for the time that I'm out, trust me, this is going to continue to happen, and Danny's going to bring you massive value. Okay. This is somebody who sold 175 homes in 1 year. Now she'll tell you all kinds of stories with that, but this girl knows what she's talking about. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. And obviously I'll put a little bit more focus around that social media challenge. So I'm excited to see what this week brings, and we'll pick it up on next Monday.
All right, team. Love you guys. Bless you. See you. Bye-bye. Great job. Great job.